WrestleMania is only a few months away, and I'm pretty excited to see what matches we're going to be getting on the show. However, there are a couple matches that I already believe are going to be happening on the show. So until Mania, I will be predicting a couple of the matches that I expect to see on the WrestleMania 38 card. When Edge returned at the Royal Rumble in 2020, there were many matches fans wanted to see: Roman Reigns versus Edge, Seth Rollins versus Edge, and many more. However, there is one matchup that we have yet to see, and that matchup is Edge versus AJ Styles. And to be honest with you, now is a perfect time to book this match, as both men are on the same brand, and AJ recently broke away from Omos and needs a big matchup for WrestleMania. This match would do great for both men, as AJ really needs that big match, like I said moments ago. And this matchup will also give fans a dream match that they can talk about, which we don't have many more of those, which is why I think it's perfect for them to book this matchup at WrestleMania. And neither of these men are getting any younger, so I think WWE really are going to do this at WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Edge. If you guys remember back during the brand split, Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks started a little feud that hasn't been talked about much since. And however, the fact that WWE hasn't resolved it yet leads me to believe that they're going to save it for WrestleMania, which isn't a bad thing. But I personally would have preferred to see something a little bit more different. How there isn't much for me to say about this match going to happen. This video went from a predictions video to a fantasy booking video real quick. However, hear me out. There is story here. If you guys remember last summer, John Cena kind of stole Finn's opportunity to face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, which could tie into a feud between the two. I would love to see this matchup personally because one, it's Finn Balor and John Cena. That's an automatic successful story right there. Two, there's already a bunch of loose ends left to tie up with this storyline, which would make for a perfect matchup if John Cena chooses to come back for WrestleMania, which I hope he does. I think he will. And if he does, this matchup or either a matchup with Drew McIntyre would be really great. The next matchup that I think is going to be on a WrestleMania 38 card is Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Bianca Belair in a triple threat. I think we all know Bayley is out with an injury right now currently. However, I do think Bayley will be back in time to win the Royal Rumble and go over to Raw to face Becky Lynch. However, we all know WWE isn't shy about making their Royal Rumble winners have to wrestle in a triple threat matchup, which is where you insert Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch have been feuding since August, and I think that it'd be the perfect place to wrap it all up at WrestleMania. Plus, you get Bayley in the mix. It'll be great. I'm actually looking forward to this matchup if it'll happen, which I think it will. And the last matchup that we all see coming from a mile away, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, more than likely to unify the titles. I don't think this match should happen personally. I think there's a lot better options for both superstars. You could have Brock versus Bobby at WrestleMania, which is actually happening in that Royal Rumble, which is sad to me. You could have Roman and Drew, but Drew is kind of hurt. So, but that's besides the point. But personally, I'm not too excited for this matchup. We've seen this matchup way too many times for me to get too excited about. The only really important thing that I see coming out of this whole thing is where Paul Heyman's alliance stands. Is he an advocate or is he a special counsel? I think this matchup will more than likely be main event in WrestleMania unless there's COVID issues or something else. This matchup is happening. Obviously, these aren't the only matches that are going to be happening at WrestleMania 38. These are just the 5 that I picked out that I see more than likely happening. Well, some of them at least. But yeah, these are the 5 that I think are going to happen. If you think there's any more that I missed out on, you could comment down below and let your opinion be heard. But until then, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, with that being said, you guys stay safe. I'm gonna be out. Peace.